Alright, hey guys, so let's do the third part in this series. So right now, as you can see on my one side, there is a white plate that I made, and I do show you how to make that, but this one ends up being too small for what I'm making it for. So I scrapped that one and make a new one, but right now I'm making an egg because it is my favorite breakfast, and right now we are making breakfast foods out of clay, like I have with the burger, the taco, and the 2 ice creams. So the reason why I did an egg is because I literally eat an egg and a piece of toast every single day for breakfast because I'm crazy like that. But yeah, so I eat an egg and toast. I don't usually eat bacon, but I thought that there was a little bit more that was needed in this, so I also make, a couple pieces of bacon to go with it. And right now I'm actually making the bread, and you'll see that a lot of the stuff that I do make looks a little either like not cooked at all, or it just doesn't look like, a piece of something that would be well done or cooked or anything like that. But later on, after I'm done and I bake it all and make it look all nice and hard and whatever, I actually do take some pastels and I shade all of it. So this is, like I said, this is a series and this is the third one in this series. The first one was the taco and the burger, which I will put in the cards right now. And then also I did 2 ice cream cones 2 weeks ago. I'll put that one in the cards now. And now this one. And this is going to be a continuing series because I really like making these little clay foods with faces because I think they look cute. And right now you can see is that I'm making a piece of bread with the crust because I don't decrust my bread. I don't know if a lot of people do or a lot of people don't, but this is just normal white bread. I could have made it rye, I could have made it wheat, but I just did a normal piece of bread and a normal egg. Over easy. I don't like my yolk hard. So that is what I'm doing now, and then I start to create the bacon. And don't mind my head popping in and out because that happens a lot when I'm trying to work in little details. And you can see that I'm just using some of my tools that I have to make some more details and stuff. The ball tool is the one that I use the most while making a lot of these, actually, 'cause it's good for detail. And I'm using a old paintbrush to stipple on some texture onto the bread to make it a little realistic. And this is where I decided either not to have the plate at all, but then the bacon wouldn't fit and I wanted to make bacon, or just not have it at all, or make a bigger plate. So this is where I decided to make a bigger plate, and I'm using different round objects that I have around my room to figure out what I'm going to use it for, or what I'm going to use to make the bigger plate. And I actually ended up using what is it called? My setting powder, the cap on that, and that's how I made this plate. And I try to put it in the middle, but I don't think I did a very good job because I end up having to cut off some edges to make it a little bit more rounded and even. And every time you see me take a cotton ball, I'm using alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, to clean up my surface so my stuff doesn't keep sticking, because it sticks a lot and it gets really annoying because then I'm just crushing my stuff. Like at the beginning with my bread, you saw that I was trying to pick it up and I ended up destroying it, so I actually ended up having to reshape it in my hand, which wasn't a big deal, but it gets to the point where it gets really annoying. along with the Q-tip that you just saw that also had alcohol on it, and that's what I was using. And now I'm just kind of rounding out, you know, the edges of the plate. And I'm cleaning up my surface a little bit and getting some brown out to make some bacon. Bacon! I also take out some orange and some white. I make a long strip thinking that, you know, I was just going to use that, but decided that the other piece, it just wasn't going to work out, so I cut this piece into 2 halves. And this is where I cut it, and yeah. And I kind of crumple it a little bit to make it look like, you know, crispy, nice crispy, tender bacon. And I do lengthen it a little bit to give it a little bit more oomph. It's like their butts are sticking up in the air. And then this is where I start to put dots in to put the eyeballs in. And then I just fill it with black clay. And then I will do their smiles, and either if I have an open smile, then I'll do their tongue as well. And also I put a slice of butter on the bread, and I give that a face too. Get your dang head out of the way, woman. Jeez. I don't have very good object permanence apparently, because obviously my face would be in there in the frame. I literally have a square of masking tape around to know where in the frame my items need to be, and then I'm putting my head in there, so obviously my head would be in frame too. I don't think. I'm sorry. So this is where I decide, we need some butter. So I put some white and yellow together, make a little bit of a lighter color. Make a tiny piece of butter for some reason. Try to flatten it out and make that work, and that just... Nope. Make it bigger. Oh, first clean up my surface, then make it bigger. Yeah, that's better. Put 2 little eyes on him. And I give him a nice big open smile, like the egg. We're just all so happy. And later on I put a little bit of bacon bond on the butter's edge to make it look like he's melting, and he's all happy about that. Apparently, for some reason. So now I'm making pancakes, flapjacks, whatever you want to call them. I'm making pancakes. That's what I call them. Some people call them flapjacks, whatever. But I'm making pancakes. And I decide, for some reason, they have to be perfect. They end up not being perfect at the end because no real pancake is perfect ever. If you can make a perfectly round pancake, you're a magician. So this is where I'm talking about where they look way too light to be like a cooked pancake, but with pastels in the end, they look really good. And here I'm just moving up the edges so they're not so, you know, like an edge. And I give it a little bit more, you know, roundation. Roundation? Is that a word? It's a word now because I just made it a word. So now I'm taking a lighter, or actually a little bit of a darker brown, not a lighter brown, and cutting out some circles. And I'm going to put that on the back side and the front side of the pancakes to make them look like, you know how they're like kind of like whiter on the outside and then like darker on the inside and then darker on the outside because, you know, they've been flipped and cooked. So that's what that's doing. And I do that for all of them. Give them little pieces here and there, deciding what's good and what's not. Flip it over, put some more brown, cooking it some more on the other side, I guess you could say. As you can see, they're starting to get fatter and more oblong as we go on with this because I'm flattening them. And I break it into pieces and flatten. Do the same thing on the other side and flatten. It became a really big pancake. I was originally going to do a cereal bowl with cereal in it, and then I decided that because my favorite cereal is probably Cocoa Pebbles because chocolate, yay. But then I decided to try to put faces on every single little piece of cereal. No, not gonna happen. Just no way. So I decided to go with pancakes. Here I'm also putting a little bit of butter, which I make small again for some reason, and now I gotta make it bigger. And I was just texturing that again with some paintbrushes. Look at that, pancakes, bam! And now I'm using some Bacon Bond and putting that together with the butter color and making it look like drippy butter all the way down. And next is faces. Now these guys just kind of have creepy, well, the butter has a normal face. At first I was going to make it look like he was like melting with it and like being all scared and oh my god, but then I was like, no, these need to be happy and not sad, so he's gonna be okay with melting. So I take that off and I just give him a smile later on anyway. But the pancakes do get kind of creepy smiles, I guess you could say. They are like really, really long, but they're kind of like a derpy smile and I really like it. And how they came out made me really happy. I really like these guys. I think they're super cute. The stack of 4 pancakes just kind of like, yeah, chillin'. Here's where I give them all their smiles. For some reason my hands were a little shaky at this point, so I had to be like really precise and I was like all shaky, so my ball tool really helped me during this time. And his face is that one that I just did is technically upside down, but I couldn't get it the other way, and I really like how it came out. So now I'm using the Bacon Bond as like maple syrup as like a drizzle, and because it dries more of a transparent white color, I think it works out because when I paint it, it'll look good. So here they are out of the oven, and I'm gonna go right down on pastels. And I actually ended up having to fix a piece of bacon because its butt broke, but it's okay. I fixed it. You can't even tell. So right now I'm just toasting the bread with some pastels. I'm just using browns and like a reddy brown, and then a darker brown to like give it its, you know, really dark toasted shade. And I just do this for all of them. I give them a good, you know, what I think is the best color for them. So the butter gets a little bit of dark yellow and a little bit of light yellow, so does the egg. And then the egg gets a little bit of like the browned edges, because if you ever cook an egg at home, I don't know how the freaking... Why does my head keep popping out like that? Anyway, I don't know how the restaurants do it, but when I cook an egg at home, it always has like the crispy edges. So we're gonna go with that, and then I just, you know, give the bacon some color. Oh, my head's popping in and out like that because I'm blowing away the extra pastels. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry about that. And I'm giving them all little pink cheekies, because pink cheekies is the best. That's really annoying to see my head pop in and out like that, though. I'm sorry. Here I am, browning the pancakes so they don't look so undercooked. And then some brown pastels to give it a little bit more depth and dimension. More pinky cheeks. And then I'll bring the paint out. And what I do when I bring after that, I'm going to make the maple syrup. Also paint the eyes, give the eye shines. And also paint the red mouths to give them a little bit more, you know, a little bit more of a pop. But here's where my maple syrup comes in. I just watered down some of this brown paint and I did a wash, and I love how it came out. Look at that. Look at that. Maple syrup. Bam. They're happy they're drizzled in maple syrup. I would be happy too if I was drizzled in maple syrup. Maple syrup is fantastic. Here I am just painting over the eyes and the mouth to give them a little more of a pop, because the pastels dull it down quite a bit. Now that I think about it, I probably should have done the plate with a solid base of white, just because the pastels kind of dirtied it, but that's alright. So here I am going with the eye shines on the little guys, because they're so cute. And so I'm pretty much done. All I have to do is add a little bit of red, and these are done with. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really loved making it. It was so much fun. I love these little guys. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh my god. I love their little faces. But yeah, so if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am going to do more later. This is a series now. I'm planning on doing one every 2 weeks. So if you have anything that you want to see me make into cutesy, you know, faced foods, let me know, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!